Hello. Tomorrow is the Gays Against Sharia march in Bristol, so I'll be there. Looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll bump into a few other YouTubers. Be nice to have a little network. Anyway, but obviously it's there to support the rights of homosexuals around the world, really. So a few facts: 72 countries it is illegal to be homosexual. 10 of those countries actually has the death penalty. Now you can see if you see a common theme here: the Yemen, Iran, Mauritania, Nigeria, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Somalia, Sudan, and the United Arab Emirates. Okay, so those are all Islamic countries, and that's what the march is really about. What will happen is there will be a counter-protest, and Antifa and such, whatever, Unite Against Racism. These groups that just seem to just appear on the other side when anyone is ever speaking out in anything other than positively about Islam. And so I don't for a minute believe that Antifa or any of these groups hate gays and want them to be killed and want it to be criminal. Of course they don't. Okay, probably quite a few of them are, maybe are gay, I don't know. And again, when you're marching against terrorism, they don't want terrorism. Okay, so I'm not going to just insult their motivations to say that they're just supporting whatever we are protesting against. Okay, so it's us they hate, and so anything that we oppose, they assume racist, fascist, Nazi, all those completely watered down terms that don't mean anything anymore because they've used them too much. I remember watching, first time I ever saw Red Pill Phil, and hope you're there tomorrow, Phil. Love to meet you. He was arguing. So if you don't know, Red Pill Phil is, I guess he's mixed race. I would assume he's mixed race. He was arguing with a white middle-class, middle-aged white woman from Antifa, and she was accusing him of being racist against brown people. So a white person's accusing a brown-skinned person of being racist against other brown-skinned people, and the cognitive dissonance is so obvious, it's ridiculous. So they clearly just have to. This is identity politics, right? You're a group, you all have to be exactly the same in that group, and it's ridiculous to do that to people. So anyway, thankfully there are people like Red Pill Phil out there. There are people like Janaya, Dave Curtin, and I hate to play identity politics, but it is a relief when you do see non-white people taking the same stand as people like me. I'm waffling. Right, so these people don't believe, clearly, that gays should be killed. Right? So they're protesting against us. And you've got to blame the media. I've just did the search. Okay, Gays Against Sharia March, Bristol, 28th of April. And I've just, from Google results, go down them. So the first two are from the Bristol Evening Post. One was from a month ago when when this march was cancelled due to snow, and it's actually quite funny. The march was called off due to a million snowflakes. So yeah, well done on your headline there. It's quite funny. But actually, when you read the review, okay, it appears like they're trying to be impartial. But every time they mention Gays Against Sharia, it's right-wing group, controversial group. It's always negative. And then when it features Antifa, it's positive. Okay, the next post, again, Bristol Post, and it's one from today, and it's about police presence there, alt-right group. Is Gays Against Sharia alt-right? Is it? I don't think so. They're linking it to the EDL. When I did the other march, I went on my first one, which was the FLA march in Birmingham. There were quite a few lads there that were definitely EDL, I'm sure, and they're a bit rough and edges, but they all behaved perfectly. They're all there for the right cause. So even if there are some gruff-looking, just sort this camera out, some gruff-looking, lads with tattoos and stuff, so what? And so what if they're not gay? They're marching against the persecution of homosexuals around the world. Okay, it's a united front. I would love it if someone from Antifa could just swallow that red pill there and go, hang on a minute, walk round and come and walk with us, and you'd be more than welcome. Hugs and kisses all round. The next report was from the Bristol IWW, which is Industrial Workers World, which sounds full-on Marxist to me, and they are just really hating us. They completely anti the Gays Against Sharia. They say they abhor using, and this is quite funny what they put, LGBTQ plus. There's so many more letters that keep adding on to it. They've just put etc. I love that. Anyway, they're saying they hate using LGBT, whatever, identity to hide the hatred of minorities. So they just assume it's just the hatred of Muslims. Get this through your head. It's not a hatred of Muslims. It is a hatred of the ideology that controls them as well. They are victims. They're in this death cult. That Muhammad's death cult. Okay? They're stuck in it. And we're trying to help them as well. Okay? You wouldn't ever label someone racist for sort of saying that what the Scientologists do when they hold people captive in there and they shun them if they try to leave, and the family won't be allowed to see them. They have to ruin their lives to leave. And the same with Jehovah's Witnesses. You wouldn't call us racist for that. But you do because you're just associated with brown-skinned people. But it's not about that. It's about the ideology, and it's vile. Sorry. The next one down was YouTube, and the heading was far right. March, what have you. Actually, it was a really nice video. It was Jack Buckby, Anne-Marie Waters was in there, Annie the Greek. Oh, I hope Annie the Greek's there tomorrow. I'd love to meet her. So, that was negative. ITV was the next one down. Far right. So how on earth can people, regular people that see on the news and only ever see anything opposing Islam as a negative, as bad, as racist, as fascist? I mean, how on earth are they ever supposed to just get that red pill, become woke, and see just what is real? So that's it. It's the media. It's all your fault. Anyway, I'll do a couple of posts tomorrow, hopefully, on the march. I'll be looking out for this horrible racist EDL that are going to be there, and let's hope it's a colourful event. Hopefully the weather won't be as bad as it is today. It's horrible, but no matter what, be there, getting wet probably, and I hope to have a nice day. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.